The door to the barn was half open, swaying with the wind. It shouldn't have been. I hadn't touched it. Inside, the air was thick, not with hay, but with something older. The kind of rot that sticks to your lungs, like a secret too long buried. Dust floated in the beam of my flashlight, trembling each time I exhaled. The floorboards creaked as I stepped forward. A broken rake, a moth-eaten tarp, a faint smell of iron. Something metallic glinted near the far wall, a chain, half buried in dirt. My pulse matched its rusted rhythm. And then, beneath the tarp, I saw it. A pair of boots, toes pointing up, like they'd been waiting for me. I didn't call anyone that night. I sat on the porch until morning, watching the fog settle over her fields, my fields now. Her words replayed like a confession disguised as mercy. Burn the red barn before anyone sees. He'd been there a long time, decades maybe. The body wasn't fresh, it was history sealed in dust. I found a tarnished belt buckle near the ribs, initials J.M. I knew those letters, so did she. In her dresser upstairs I found the rest, letters tied with a ribbon the color of old blood. James, she wrote, if you ever tell him, I'll disappear. I read them all. Their affair began before our divorce. It ended, I suppose, right here, under her barn. I should have called the police, but something about her last words stopped me. Not fear, not love. It was the precision of her plea. She didn't say, destroy it. She said, before anyone sees. By the third day, I stopped sleeping. The house hummed with her memory. Drawers that didn't close, the faint scent of her perfume clinging to curtains she'd chosen herself. I kept circling back to those 12 years. She never let me visit. Always claimed she needed space to heal from what I'd done. But I hadn't done anything, not really, just loved her badly. So what was she healing from? Neighbors avoided the topic of her farm. When I mentioned her name, they looked at the ground, as if guilt had roots in the soil. The mailman said she kept to herself. The vet said she stopped keeping animals years ago. Yet there were feed bags in the barn, new ones, still sealed. It wasn't about privacy, it was about control. She'd managed every part of her story, the divorce, the isolation, even her death. I realized she'd chosen me as the final act, the one who'd either expose her secret or protect it. Each night I heard sounds from the barn, wood shifting, something dragging against the floor. I told myself it was the wind, but deep down I knew, the dead don't move, the guilty do. The clue came from a place she never hid, her painting studio. Canvases lined the walls, each depicting the same landscape, the red barn under a gray sky. But one was different, the door was closed. Behind the canvas, taped to the frame, I found a small envelope. Inside, a Polaroid. Her, standing beside a man with the same belt buckle, J.M. The date written on the back was the week before she filed for divorce. I flipped it over again. Beneath the date, faint writing, he promised he'd stay buried. My chest went hollow. I dug beneath the body that night, in the same spot the boots had pointed toward. A second shape waited beneath, smaller, curled, a skull, pale as bone china. A child. I stopped breathing. We'd tried for years to have one. She'd miscarried twice, or so she said. I didn't need a DNA test. The truth was simple, brutal, final. She'd killed him, buried him, and then she buried the man who helped her hide it. 12 years of privacy to heal were never about grief. They were about maintaining the illusion that she still deserved to live. I didn't call the police. I called a local reporter, someone who'd once covered her charity events, someone who'd trusted her smile. I told her I'd found something in the barn, something she'd want to see. I let her film everything, the body, the letters, the Polaroid. I even played the voicemail my ex-wife left before she died, her voice trembling. I can't carry it anymore. Tell them I tried to make it right. The story aired 3 days later, local woman's hidden past uncovered after death. I watched from the porch as her name dissolved under the weight of truth. No fire, no smoke, just silence. The kind that follows when the mask finally falls. She wanted me to burn the barn. I burned her legacy instead. The farm's quiet now. The press moved on, the neighbors stopped whispering, and the barn stands untouched, a monument to what people hide behind closed doors. Sometimes, when fog rolls in from the fields, I imagine her standing there, not angry, not afraid, just tired. She built her own prison. I just turned on the light. I've learned that some secrets aren't meant to be forgiven, only revealed. As for the barn, I never burned it. Some things deserve to stand, so the world remembers what silence costs. Justice was never about mercy. It was about truth surviving the ashes.